Molly, Lori's daughter.
I'm Lori.
Thanks
And I'm
so much
Monty.
for joining us.
Look who's with us, our special
We
guest.
told you we had a special guest. There's no one better than Monty Regner.
Oh, you're sweet. You are very sweet. What an honor to be here. What are we going to talk about? What do we got to talk about?
Oh my gosh. We have you all captive for the next 30-ish or so minutes, and we have so much to talk about. We're going to give you all the dish, all the scoop on Say Yes to What's Next.
Absolutely. We're going to have so much fun. And we're just going to relax, and we're going to share stories.
Right.
We might
And
have
let
a
me
champagne, whatever.
let me just say that, I got my book sent to me. Can I show you something? A blank page, because it has not been autographed yet.
Mommy forgot to autograph Monty's
Oops.
book.
Well,
Anyway,
you know what, honey?
We've been a little busy.
You know me
and
very
you
well,
know,
and you can copy my signature, so just sign it.
You know what? I found some lovely things about you, Lori, even though we've known each other for 20 years that I didn't know. The book is intriguing, it's inspiring, and it's informative. So I'm impressed. That's coming from somebody that can't spell. So there you go.
You didn't think I had it in me, did you, Monty?
Oh, I knew you had it in you. I just didn't know you could get it out there and put it in that form.
She could write a full paragraph. Well, Monty and Lori have had 11 successful seasons of Say Yes to the Dress Atlanta on TLC. They're real life best friends. And my mom is the owner and operator of Bridals by Lori, one of the largest bridal salons in the country. Mm-hmm. Our mega salon here located in Atlanta, 25,000 square feet. And I've had the joy and pleasure of growing up in the bridal industry and helping my mom put together her legacy down on paper for this book, which has just been such a joy and such an honor. Lots of laughter, tears, maybe a few arguments.
Several arguments.
Yeah.
I would think there'd be a lot, but
several. But we survived. And so we're so excited that today's officially the launch day.
Yes, today's it. We've been working on this book for 2 years, Molly.
2 years.
2 years. Molly's been with me every step of the way. Did you not know that, Monty?
No.
2 years.
I think I came on board when y'all were
after we sold it or what you maybe
right. Yeah. I wasn't aware that it was taking that long.
It does.
Yes.
It's a big job.
Yes.
Big job. And I wanted to make sure it was totally 100% me.
That's right. And a lot of you out there probably have hopes and dreams and things that you're wanting to accomplish in your own life. It might be documenting your own life legacy or embracing that next chapter and that passion. So we want to talk about some of that today. A lot of you submitted amazing questions to my mom and our special guest, Monty. So we're going to dive right into your questions. We actually have some questions still coming in live. So we'll try to get to as many questions as we can. We're going to go ahead and dive right in with a deep question. I love this one.
Oh, gosh.
So I'm going to first address this one to my mom and then address it to Monty.
Okay.
But if you could change one thing about your life, Mom, what would it be?
One thing about my life, I would take away breast cancer. I would not get breast cancer. Breast cancer was a terrible time for me, and it is for 1 in 8 women. And I just feel like it was so hard, and it took a year out of my life and then a year or 2 to get to feeling better. So, I would take it away. Yeah. That's what I would change.
I agree. That's
amazing.
A good one.
That's challenging for a lot of women that are still going through it. I mean, what did you say? 1 in 8.
1 in 8.
1 in 8. 1 in 8.
1 in 8.
Yeah.
What would you
diagnosed with it?
Do what now?
Are they diagnosed?
1 in 8 are diagnosed.
Yeah.
And actually have it.
Yes.
That's right.
Okay. All right.
That's right.
I'm a little slow on all that. I think I don't think I would take away, but what I would do, I would be more Monty sooner than I am now. Do you know what I mean? I feel like I spent my wheels a lot in my earlier years. And I think I would try to regain some of that and be more outgoing, more giving, more caring early on when I'm just spinning my wheels. And as you know, Lori and Molly, you're very similar to this. We don't sit down. We just keep churning away. It's our personalities. It's who we are.
Right.
We're in retail. We're always trying to help people. And I think I would take a little bit of that away so I could sit down and enjoy some of those quiet moments that I feel that I have missed now that I look back on it.
Yeah,
But anyway,
I mean, I'm already getting a little teary on that because it's true. It's like just stopping and being present. And I think for my mom, a lot of us, we go through hard things, and we sometimes say like, oh, I'm so thankful I went through that. When you go through something like breast cancer,
I'm not thankful I went through breast cancer.
You know, she's not necessarily thankful she went through that.
But I'm thankful I'm on the other side.
That's right. And we learned a lot.
Thankful that I found something good to do with this diagnosis, which is spreading the word.
Right.
Which I encourage women to do every day, to share your story.
That's right.
To create a platform.
Yeah. And for Monty speaks a lot against anti-bullying. And, you know, he has such a beautiful and rich life story as well. So I love your answer, Monty, about just being true to yourself. You know, that's amazing. In the book, there is an amazing chapter that documents the real nitty-gritty details of my mom's breast cancer journey. So I'm excited for you guys to read that and get to kind of see behind the scenes. More of what was just captured on Say Yes to the Cure, Lori's Fight, which won a real screen award.
A real screen award.
Which
Monty was on also.
All right. So now we have a fun question.
Okay, fun question.
Okay, fun question. I love this one because it's about my wedding.
Oh,
so let me give you a little bit of insight. I have been married for 12 years to my lovely husband, Jason, and we have two beautiful little girls, Caroline and Charlotte. My brother got married roughly 5 years ago. He has a precious little boy. I mean, you could
He's so cute.
Jack.
Those little cheeks.
I know.
So anyhow, Monty is a Virgo and I'm a Virgo. So Monty and I get each other. I actually think my mom and I are closer because of Monty.
I know we are.
Yeah. Because Monty was one of the first people that came into my life and really understood me. He knows me. I know. And like, so he helps my mom get to know me better. So that's a whole nother book, you know, for another day.
Yeah, right.
But, anyway, I just wanted to share that little piece with you and then talk to you about the wedding. So my wedding was on a show called Platinum Weddings. So many of our old school Say Yes to the Dress Atlanta fans remember and know Platinum Weddings. So what was your favorite memory from my wedding? And we're going to ask Monty too, since he helped plan it.
Okay. My favorite memory from Molly's wedding to Jason was when the Atlanta Boys Choir lined up, and you'll remember this, Monty. I know you do. Lined up on either side of the cathedral, and Molly walked down that aisle. It just absolutely took my breath away.
Stunning.
And I looked back at all the designers who were there, and they were boo-hooing. Are you crying?
No.
Yes, she is.
I mean, just
there wasn't a dry eye in the cathedral. I mean, I still remember that feeling to this day. How about you, Monty?
You know what? That, of course, that spirituality, and how can you not walk in that cathedral? But, you know, walking down the aisle with a 17-foot train, Molly Allen, and beautiful bridesmaids and stunning designer couture gowns. I mean, it is just amazing. But my favorite part is how lovely y'all worked it out and orchestrated so everybody was comfortable, but more importantly, the transition from that beautiful cathedral and that stunning, and then we go into the reception and the TAMs break out. I mean, my God, that when they started, I mean, I think the whole building shook. That was amazing to me.
They did. But I think what's important now, Monty, is we take it back to the COVID and smaller weddings, or that we made the guests comfortable.
Right.
I mean, our whole goal was on the guests.
All about
I mean, we got Molly great dresses and stuff, but the whole goal was on the guest and their experience. And whether you have 500 people there, you didn't have 500. How many people?
We had like 250.
Something
or
like that.
you have 10 people.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's about the guests. It's about the marriage also, but the guests need to feel
making
comfortable.
your friends and family just feel loved and included and special was really
y'all did a good job, because y'all know I eat to live, I don't live to eat. So the menu at that was lovely. I mean, it was Southern, it was chicken and mashed potatoes and sweet potatoes.
Yeah,
so everybody just, I mean, just
fried green tomato salad.
Yeah, wasn't complicated.
So good. All right, so we're moving into like more of an inspiring, empowering question right now. So this one's
I'm thirsty
to our author. As a female leader, how do you empower other women, Lori, to step outside of their comfort zone and take calculated risk?
I think it's important for us to plan our future, to sit down, to ask ourselves, are we happy? Are we content? Are we satisfied? and never, ever stop learning and moving. I am constantly changing the store and what I'm going to do and, looking forward. I mean, you have to, when you rest on your laurels, it's over. Never stop. Never stop. I feel like this life that we have to live is a cookie. I've said it many times. And I want this cookie to be eaten all the way down to the last crumbs and enjoyed and with purpose. Monty, what do you think?
Well, Lori, I think one of your strongest, after saying that, one of your strongest leadership skills, it really is, you lead by example. I mean, you're there taking those dresses off the rack. You're there putting them away. You're there ringing out clients and customers. I mean, you're doing it all. So when you do step outside of your comfort zone, you show it can be done and everybody just follows because you lead us that way. And we've said it a lot. I mean, unfortunately, with the breast cancer and with your recent fall, we always say those are some very big size 7 shoes to fill.
Aren't you sweet?
But it's true. I mean,
as a leader, though, Monty, I've told you this many times. I would never ask anyone to do anything that I would not do myself.
And you show that. You show that. You show that without a doubt.
Absolutely. And just to give a little bit to this reader some advice, I was in corporate for 15 years and I left recently to follow my dream of opening my own marketing agency. And taking a calculated risk like that is absolutely terrifying. There's never the right time or day to quit. Your budget's never in the perfect place. But if you have a passion and dream, life is so short. Make your plan and do it, because otherwise you're going to look back on your life and always wonder, what if? You're going to have regrets.
Absolutely.
So just a little more.
And always say yes to what's next.
That's right.
Because that's what you got to do. You got to say yes to what's next. You got to be open.
That's right. And throughout the book, we talk a lot about savoring this last quarter of your cookie. And we also talk a lot about identifying those passions and following those passions. So you'll find a lot of great advice to that question in the book. This next question is a little bit deeper, and I feel like this question really resonates with what we're going through in the world right now with COVID. I've been feeling very alone in my marriage lately, and not just in my marriage, but in life in general. Like a lot of us have been there or are there. It's hard to be happy. How do you do all the things expected of you and not lose yourself in the process? I mean, honey, as a mom of 2 small kids, amen, sister.
Amen.
So how do you do all the things expected of you and not lose yourself in the process? Monty, this sounds a lot like your first answer. You want to kick this one off?
Well, I think what I have done, because, we're home, I'm not traveling. I was on a plane twice a week there for a while at home. I think what I do, and it was funny, I run every day now. So I set a time, I get out and I run. I don't have headset on. I do not, I just run and I think it out. And that's my time. And my neighbor the other day goes, but you don't run with your dog. And I go, no, I walk Charlie because that's his time. I run because it's my time. And I think if we just set aside what is important to us or how we can relax and just get away for a little bit, that's very important. And it gets me out of the house. So there's that.
Yeah. I feel like a lot of women now have, and this is what chapter of the book it is, chapter 2 or 3. Chapter 2, self-care is the new black. I feel like a lot of women lose themselves in raising kids and with marriage and working, and we're trying to do everything. And we lose ourselves in the process. And it's so important, like you just said, Monty, about exercising and self-care and your faith. I think once you set up a routine to do this, the reader or lady that asked the question, she needs to take control back of her life and set up a routine. And I guarantee you she will start feeling better. Guaranteed.
And my piece of advice here would be, let go of the notion that you have to be perfect.
Right.
This whole world right now with social media and Pinterest and Pinterest perfect motherhood is toxic.
It is.
You've got to give yourself permission to sit down, drink your coffee, take a 15-minute nap, go work out like Monty has said.
Read your devotional.
That's right.
All the things that make you happy.
That's right.
Yep.
All right.
Shopping at Sass.
Shopping at Sass, absolutely.
or just shopping
That's
period.
It brings me
A
joy.
new handbag rights a lot of wrongs.
A piece of jewelry, girl. It'll make you
Right.
feel good.
Okay, I love this one. What motivated you to get in the wedding dress business?
Okay.
I know
Oh,
that
this is a
answer.
great story.
Y'all know the
Did you
answer.
dream that
I know.
that your
Your hands
business?
are cold.
I know. Did you dream your business would be where it is today? And what is your best advice for women wanting to start a successful business? So
Okay.
first answer your story of getting in the bridal.
Okay,
industry.
getting in the bridal industry. My mother has a twin sister, and her name is June Cottingham. And I grew up with Aunt June having 3 bridal shops in Birmingham, Alabama. Heard about it all through college and just over and over and over again. And as I went to college, I told my dad, I said, I really want to start my own business. He says, you're going to get a business degree. Wonderful advice from my father. So anyway, I got a business degree right out of college and started Bridals by Lori. Was it 25,000 square feet and 3 floors? No, it was 1,000 square feet. I discuss all this in the book also and tell you how I didn't make any
That's
money
right.
for years. But I think the thing about me is I don't give up. I don't give up on breast
Your
cancer.
tenacity.
I don't give up on
Yeah.
I do have tenacity. I don't give up on breast cancer. I don't give up on marriage. I don't give up when I fall flat on my face. And I don't give up when business is not the best. I'm not going to. And that's how you succeed. You've got to hang in there. You've got to have a path. And you've got to follow your heart. Because if it's your passion, you're going to love what you do. I still love it.
Yeah.
Still love it.
Yeah. So forgive me for glancing at my computer every now and then. I'm
likewise.
trying to keep up with all of these exciting live questions. I said, okay, so this is great. We love your positive spirit, which this kind of speaks to your answer just a second ago. What is your secret to maintaining hope during these challenging times? Because I think a lot of us, I know that my COVID anxiety, I was talking to a friend this morning, is starting. It was there, then it went away for a while, and now maybe it's coming back a little bit as cases begin to rise. So how do we have hope during all this? Monty, I want you to start this one.
Well, you know what? I just started a whole new project. I just start new projects because, Audrey Hepburn had a beautiful quote from her. And she said, to plant a garden is to believe in tomorrow. So I planted tomatoes this year in the backyard. Yeah. And it's amazing. I get up every day and pick a tomato and I have a salad. But anyway, so I just took it on a new project. I'm sorry?
You grew a tomato?
Oh, I got a whole bunch. I wish I could send you some.
Send me some. I don't believe it. Go ahead.
Oh, yeah. I got a whole bunch. But anyway, so that's what I did. I just started a happy at home. I'm in the backyard. So I planted tomatoes, and that quote resonated with me a little bit because it does make you believe in tomorrow. You're going to get up and pick your tomato.
Exactly. That's wonderful.
That's so precious.
I can't believe he grew a tomato.
I know.
Oh, yeah. I'm going to show you.
I don't believe it.
This is a good one. Best tip for dealing with a bridezilla. So we've all known girls that we think she's just going to be a darling bride. Bless her heart. She's just going to be precious. And then that homegirl gets engaged, and honey, you just want to throat punch her. I mean, let's be real.
Yeah.
So
seriously.
For dealing with a bridezilla.
No, you're right.
My best friend is getting married next year. I won't read this. I'll keep this one anonymous.
Yeah, exactly. Let's not read the name.
And my best friend's getting married, and I can already see the claws coming out.
Yep.
So how do you deal with a bridezilla?
I think a bridezilla, when you have a bride that's a bridezilla, you have to be very honest with her. If the gown, like say the bridesmaid's dress, is out of the range, you have to say that's out of my price range. If she expects you to go to Aruba, which I don't know if that'd be happening right now, for the bachelorette party and you can't afford it, you've got to tell her. I mean, I think that these girls get so caught up in these theatrics of the wedding and all this hoopla, and and they don't realize the expense sometimes. And I think honesty here is the best policy. What are your thoughts, Mommy?
I agree. I mean, I think if in the day it was an honor to be asked to be part of the wedding party, right?
Right.
But everybody shopped at the local store, like your little white building with very bad display windows.
Hush.
Anyway, so true. And a 6-foot rack of dresses to choose from or something like that. Wasn't it much? But anyway, I think So, and that was done. So what I do, if I'm invited to anything like when I am now, and I truly can't afford it and or don't, I go, look, I can't support you in that narrative of what you want for your wedding, but I'll park cars. I'll hand out the program. I will make sure the flowers, I'll be your gopher for the day. So don't take everything away. Just say, these are ways I can help and participate in your wedding because you're my friend. I can't afford that other part.
That's great advice. That's great
but
advice.
I can't imagine you parking a car. I'm just saying, but go ahead.
True.
Unless it's a Jag, you won't.
Exactly.
All right. Do you want to start signing a few books?
Oh, yeah. Hey, y'all. I got to sign a book.
I know. So,
Monty, this is what they look like when they're signed. This is opened right here.
So it's across the bottom of your screen every now and then. But if you've not ordered your autographed copy and you still like one, there's a limited quantity available. Just go to premiercollectibles.com.
Yay!
Yes. She writes like a 10-year-old.
Oh, I do not.
So
I have beautiful handwriting.
Yourself,
that's me.
It is beautiful.
She's got a lot of talent. It's not the best penmanship. Monty, can I get an amen?
Oh, it is true.
Yours is worse, Monty.
Mine is worse, but at least I can spell my name right. I'm lucky on that one.
Yeah. So we're going to go ahead and dive into the book. So we've answered some fan questions. Okay. There were a few we might have missed, and we're going to be we're posting a lot in social right now, and my mom's answering as many people as she can. So keep the questions coming.
I love
them. Can't wait to hear what your favorite parts of the book. I do want to ask you while you're signing a few books, what was your inspiration? What was your aha moment that said, I have got to write this book?
Oh, I can tell you exactly the moment, and I even know what she looked like. But I have been asked. I turned 60 last year. I'm almost 61 next month.
You don't look it. That is some good makeup and lighting you got going on there.
Shut up, Monty.
Just saying.
Anyway, and so I turned 60, and I had already had a few people asking me when I was going to retire.
Yeah.
Like
I've been with you, and they ask.
Yes, you have.
Right.
And I'm supposed to fade into the sunset. And I'm like, hey, I am a smart, intelligent woman here. And why would you be asking this of me? And then I had one bride in, and she's like, well, Miss Borg, are you going to retire? And I'm like, no. So that next morning I'm in the shower and I am just fuming. It stuck with me all night. I think I told you about it, Monty.
Yeah.
All night, taking a shower the next morning, I take up the phone and I said, Molly, we are going to write a book. We are going to write a motivational book for women over 50. You know, that it is not time to hang up the towel, that it is time for us to get motivated and live the next chapter of our life to the very best of our ability.
Absolutely. That's the true story. That's the phone call that she had. So she came into the offices of my marketing studio. We locked ourselves away. We filled up on coffee and
bacon. We ate a lot of bacon.
From my favorite coffee
bacon.
shop. We had Starburst. We had Twizzlers. I mean, we were fueled by fat and
sugar. And Molly, we have to stop for just 1 second because Robin just said, did you read her question?
Oh,
no.
Robin Gibbs.
So
I'm sorry. I mean, she's texting me.
Tell her to text you her question, and we'll
text it.
Robin,
we got tons
sorry to interrupt.
You're fine. Robin is our manager at Bridalsville Lori. So I think this book is important for really women of all ages. So I'm turning 38 next month, and there are a lot of pieces of wisdom and nugget in this book that are relevant in my own life. So while we're talking a lot about past 50, which is really key to this book, but I think as an adult woman, there's so many amazing inspirational empowering pieces of this book. So I love this. This is in our opening Speak for Me. This ends now. The What's Next movement is dedicated to all of us who refuse to accept the idea that we no longer matter. We've got so much to offer, so much life left to live. It might be a very different life from the one we've been living. A new chapter is on the horizon. We have big plans, or we should have, but only if we make them. It's our time. It's our turn. Let's talk about making the most of what's left of our cookie. And I mean, we wrote this before the pandemic.
Oh, yeah.
But how powerful is that paragraph given the
Exactly.
pandemic?
That's lovely.
Exactly. I mean, and
Yeah.
the title's spot on for
That's
now,
right.
you know, because we all need to look towards our future now.
We really do.
Yeah.
We really do.
So
wanted
I have the question.
Okay, go
Oh,
ahead.
good.
I'll lowered.
This is from Robin.
this is
Thanks, Robin.
Manager Robin's
Uh-huh.
question.
We love her.
Okay. How do I deal with empty nesting, working full time,
Mhm.
dating my husband,
Mhm.
and all going through the change? She
Oh,
used another
let
word, but I'm
Robin.
not. I'm
Lord,
not gonna-
Robin,
Yeah.
girl.
Go out for a pitcher of margaritas.
Exactly.
And just let it go.
Okay, spaghetti straps for the hot flash girl. Dating your husband, that's if we haven't worn 3-inch heels on the bridal floor all day on a Saturday.
That's
You
right.
know,
Right.
he's getting a McDonald's. What's the other question she had? What was the other one?
Empty nesting.
Empty nesting.
Aw.
Enjoy every minute of it.
That's right.
Because
you earned it.
You've
sister.
earned it. They're grown, honey. Let them go.
You're
Go on a
doing great.
vacation. And what's her last one?
That was it.
Oh, that's
Empty
it. Robin.
nesting. Yeah, empty nesting, dating her husband,
Yeah.
and working full time,
Yes.
and
And
then
she does a fabulous job.
and going through the change.
Yeah, I know that.
That's
She
right.
has to have the air conditioner lower than I do now.
All right. But in all seriousness, as Lori signs another book, you know, those are those moments where you can like spend time living in the past
Mhm.
and being
Yeah.
sad that all those things are over.
Over.
Because when we
Yeah.
say goodbye to our kids, oh my gosh, it's heartbreaking and exciting
Yeah.
all at the same time. So I
And she
think
added
that-
She added a footnote, and turning 50.
Oh,
Yeah. Yeah. She's dead on
Yeah,
for my book.
that's right.
Tell her to buy Say Yes to What's Next, and she all those questions will be
That's
answered.
right.
Robin.
And you have a reference to a doctor she could see.
Exactly.
That's right.
Mhm, exactly.
Let yourself live in that sadness
Yeah.
for a second, but then start to look forward.
Forward.
Yeah.
This
Oh,
is
yeah.
this is about looking
The
forward, not
freedom.
looking back. Yes, there's travel and
Right.
plan for your future.
That's
yeah.
right. There's so
Time.
much. We say over and over again, the best is
Is
yet to come. Yeah.
Yeah.
We
Oh.
totally believe that. So Monty, I'm turning to
Okay.
chapter 2.
Oh Lord,
You'll see
Mom.
all
Yeah.
my little notes of my favorite parts.
Yeah,
Self-care is the new black.
right.
All right. So self-care is just a hot topic out there right now
Mhm.
anyway, because you know, we're tired of putting ourselves on the back burner. We deserve
Right.
a little love. And that doesn't mean just because self-care is an important topic, this is not about the me generation. This is not
No.
saying you're selfish.
I agree.
It's not saying that you're not a good
No.
wife or a mother,
No.
but this is about giving yourself a little bit of love and attention.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to ask each of you this, starting with you, Mom.
Okay.
What's your favorite form of self-care?
Oh, I know y'all aren't going to believe that I'm going to say this because I really don't even want to say this.
I know it's not going to be cooking.
No, it's not cooking because I hate to sweat. But after I exercise, I feel so much better.
Yeah.
I
you
do
hate it. She
Oh, I
hates
hate it. I'm the worst, y'all. So don't think I'm just like the best exerciser like Monty is in the whole world.
No,
And
I'm not.
Molly's really good too. But I
Molly's
just really
better.
hate it. But I promise you, if you started small, you will feel so much
So
better.
much
And
better.
it's so important for our bones
Mhm.
now. Me as a breast cancer survivor with
Right.
osteoporosis, you know,
Yeah.
I've got to do it.
You
I
do.
don't have an option.
And I do too, given my family history. And
Yeah.
I found a great community of friends with my workout, with my gym. So
Right.
that's another
Oh,
benefit.
see,
of
I don't want to
exercise.
sweat around anybody. That's your right. I do not want to be sweating around people. Monty, you are like the best worker outer person.
Well, he's
I'm
ever.
not.
great. Monty is the king of self-care.
Oh,
No,
I'm telling you.
I am
Monty,
the
what-
king of that.
Tell us
So-
about your self-care.
All right.
favorite.
So my self-indulgent thing for me is to get a good cup of Earl Grey tea
Yes.
with natural honey,
Yes.
local natural honey,
Mhm.
and
In a
I put on
beautiful
a
china cup.
right,
ahead.
and I put on a facial mask and just sit still for those 15 minutes. I can't do
believe
anything.
you
I
sit
can't-
still.
And I can't talk because it's drawing my face in. So that's the most self-indulgent thing I can do. For 15 minutes, I really can't do anything.
Yeah, footnote, get Monty more facial masks.
Exactly.
Right,
You can't
exactly.
talk with the facial mask on.
Exactly.
Yeah, my favorite. It's true.
I love it. That's a great little routine. I'm
Yeah,
gonna
it
have
is.
to borrow
The tea.
that one.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay, let me turn to my next little note here. Okay, so in the marriage chapter, which
Woo.
if you've been to say yes to what's next book.com, the Audible example is the marriage chapter.
Yeah, there's like a small little piece of it, and then you can actually listen to the whole chapter.
We love the marriage chapter because there's authentic truth in the marriage chapter. Yeah. So if you're single, if you're divorced, you're in a difficult season of your marriage.
Exactly.
There's just some really good nuggets of wisdom
right.
in there. I love the section not for lunch because my parents have always been great. My husband and I try as well. I know Monty and Jack are the same about giving each other some space in their marriage.
Right.
So talk about why is space important in a relationship?
Oh my gosh, we've got to have space. These back there going. I mean, I feel like that the bride that marries at 20, 21, which was me, is not the same girl at 60. And you have to realize that every day you need to grow and you need to be happy with you and not only grow personally, but in your faith, and you need to go forward. So your husband needs to do that also, but I'm not saying grow in separate directions, but give each other space, but then come back together.
That's right.
You do. You're going to change.
Oh, yeah.
I know you've changed, haven't you?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. Our hopes and dreams have evolved for sure. And Monty, I know you and Jack both have individual hobbies that you enjoy. So talk about that.
Yeah. Well, we have one that we share that we both enjoy separate at different times, and that's rescuing the Welsh Terriers. So I'll take Charlie for a walk, and Jack will take Charlie for a walk.
Right.
But see, I'm driving a different seat in those relationships because we don't have children. When you have children, it puts you in a total different category.
Yes, but I do
could
think
not be
that
a parent.
You do your thing, he does his thing, and then you meet in the middle. Just as what I'm talking about, you know.
Right.
And I think that's where so many marriages fail. You grow and grow and grow, and then you're not trying to find a way to get back to the middle to be friends again. And that's what's so important.
That's right.
Yeah. Oh, and FYI, Robin ordered the book. It's on its way.
Oh, good. Thank you, Robin.
That's right. Love it. So Monty, we were talking about children, is the godfather of my two little girls.
Yes, what an honor. I mean, it's a huge honor.
Love Monty. And Monty does.
So he's family.
Yeah, I have an announcement to make for Monty, actually.
What?
My kids are going to be on a one-way plane.
Oh.
On Monday morning.
For 2 weeks.
For Godfather camp.
I think it's a great idea.
Did I tell you I was going? Dad, I wish I could say I was going to Europe, but we can't travel.
I'm like, no, you can't come up with anything.
I'm trapped.
They'll be coming home, like knowing how to set a lovely table. By the
they
end
are the sweetest girls. Right? Y'all are doing a great job with those beautiful little angels.
I mean, my gosh, we don't know what we're doing. We're trying our best.
Yeah.
All right. So the chapter on raising adult children, we talked a little bit about children. It's such an important chapter. There's so many books out there about raising small children, which Lord knows we need all the books we can, right? As parents. But there's not a lot out there about the relationship with adult children and relationship with your son-in-law or daughter-in-law.
Right.
Don't you think?
Yeah.
So in this chapter, my mom gets really candid in her relationship with her son-in-law and daughter-in-law and relationship with my brother and I now that we're adults. So speak a little bit to that, Lori, about if this chapter was hard for you to write.
You know it was. This is like one of my hardest. I was just sweating bullets. I had to be truthful. This book is 100% truthful. I had to be truthful. And I had to admit the many mistakes I've made with raising adult children. I want to give and give and give and give and be there and offer advice. And I'm too intrusive. And I think there's so many of us that way. Jason will agree.
Right.
And, it's a learning experience. It's evolving. And I think we need to talk more about it because I've had so many women private message me when they found out there was a parenting chapter on adult children. They're like, oh my gosh, I'm so glad you're hitting on this. It is a very difficult situation. In the South, they say for mothers of the groom to wear beige and keep their mouth shut.
And that's the name of the chapter.
Wear beige and keep your mouth shut. Well, I don't look good in beige. Monty's told me many times it's not my color.
Blondes and beige.
And sister could not keep her mouth shut.
Can't keep my mouth shut, y'all. So I'm learning right along with you. I'm going to tell you all about my mistakes and then how I'm getting a little bit better. A little. I'm good.
She's
You're
an
great.
amazing mom. Like, we talk on the phone an unhealthy amount for like
Yeah.
5 times
At
a day,
least.
probably. You know, but she's an amazing mom, an amazing mother-in-law. But
Right.
it's hard when your children get married.
Very difficult.
Yeah.
Very difficult.
I'm already praying for the spouses of my girls. Like,
I'm
Well,
praying for them too.
Well, it's also your extended family. I mean, Lori, you're from a small family. You
Very
only have a
small.
brother.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
and Aunt June only has 2 girls, right?
That's right.
So
Sharon
when
and
y'all
Julie.
get together, you're dealing with those in-laws. And I mean,
Yeah.
collectively, when it's smaller, my mother was one of 12. So you spread us out. We're going to get in a group and just have a good time. But
Exactly.
Yeah.
the
Now
smaller
we're
the
smiling
group-
all in each other's business. That's just the
Yeah.
way it goes.
It
Yeah.
is.
and
Yeah.
we're Southern. We're going to do that anyway.
We're going to do
Yeah.
it anyway.
Yeah.
But you have to learn where to draw the line with adult children. I'm trying to just reel it back in. I'm trying real hard. I'm not the best. Hush, Bonnie. I'm not the best at it, but I'm trying to reel it back in. Stop it.
Yeah.
Hey, Molly, go to the next one.
Ugh.
Oh, I'm going to
We're-
kill
we're-
her.
No, we
work in
better skip
progress.
that chapter right now. Let's
Oh,
go to
hush.
So we've been having fun, but we're going to come to some more serious topics now.
okay.
So everyone just take a deep breath. So the chapter about aging parents was also
Oh.
a particularly difficult chapter to write. So
Yeah.
recently Monty lost his beloved, beautiful mother. And my grandparents, the whole world calls them Nana and Papa.
Papa.
They're your
Mhm.
Nana and Papa too. So just go ahead and call them Nana and Papa. They're in their late 80s.
Yeah.
They still live alone here in Atlanta. We worry so much about their health and their safety, especially amidst the pandemic.
Yeah.
So this chapter just talks a lot about the realities of aging parents, which again,
Yeah.
not a lot out there on that. It's already number 1 on Amazon and aging parents. The book is.
Yeah.
That's how
Wow.
important this topic is for baby boomers.
Right.
So Monty, first I want you to talk a little bit what it was like caring for your mom. And I know this is hard for you, but you know, this is a
You can
real
do it.
conversation. So talk to us about your mom.
Yeah. I mean, I tell everyone, I think it sets it. It's hard when you're losing your biggest fan, right?
Mhm.
And somebody you've known all your life who has shaped your morals, your values, even your dress. And, I just tell everybody, she held the ladder for me to climb to the stars.
That's sweet.
So, I think one of the hardest things to see an active, caring, and beautiful woman not be able to get out of bed
Yeah.
and stop eating, stop drinking. So
Yeah.
it's tough. I mean, we had great support. Lori was great when I'd call and talk about things I was experiencing, but it's just hard. And I think the hardest part of it all, not only the loneliness afterwards and that, but the fact, eventually this could be me. I mean, you get a reality check. You get a reality check. So that sets you on a different path as well. And you truly do realize that our time is limited. But there's a Chinese proverb that I kind of have in the back of my mind. Very few things are back there, but that is, and it says, it takes rain and sunshine to make the rainbow.
Aww.
So, we just have to have a little bit of both. But Lori, I mean, every Wednesday you're with Mom shopping the same racks, the same outfits.
I am. This book's entitled Wednesdays with Mom. This chapter, I'm sorry. This chapter's entitled, I got flustered, Wednesdays with Mom. And it's so important for me to spend time with my parents.
Nice.
And I think, as they become, as they age and I age also, they're just becoming more and more precious and valuable to me. And it's also so important to me that they're cared for and they're okay.
Right.
I can't even sleep at night unless I text them before I go to bed. Are y'all okay? Da-da-da. I talk 10, 15 times a day.
Right.
But something that has helped me, and I think I helped Monty, is that we talk, first off, 5 or 6 times a day because we're best friends totally. And we supported each other during all this.
Yeah.
We would laugh about what's going on. We would say, you're going to be okay. Your mom's going to be, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
And that we were there for each other.
It was
and I
huge.
think a support group is so important
it's huge.
during this time.
Yeah. I don't think people realize you're on the same parallel path. One maybe going a little faster, a little deeper than the other, but ultimately you're starting to experience the same things, the same questions over and over again.
Exactly.
You know, things that you take for granted. And it is hard. I mean, you know, I'm like, Mom, you've asked me that for the 5th time, but in the, you know, you have to navigate that. And Lori, you've been great with supporting me with that. So I greatly appreciate that.
You don't have to thank me.
That's right. That's what friends are for.
That's what friends are for.
It really is.
We talk, there's a chapter in the book, speaking of friends, there's a chapter in the book that talks all about the importance of friendship. I had a great mentor tell me once, because I am a mini Lori. Everyone calls me the mini me to my mom, and I'm a little workaholic.
You are.
I am. And I had a friend say, Molly, you need to stop and you need to invest in girlfriends, which is, I'm a little bit shy. You can be a little bit shy too.
Yeah.
And even Monty can be a little bit reserved sometimes. Sometimes those of us that you see on camera that are all like, seem outgoing can be a little bit reserved in person. And so it was really outside of my comfort zone to start to invite other women to lunch or to go work out with a friend and start to expand my social circle, because I had moved to a new town years ago. That was a small town, and the cliques were kind of already established. So we talk a lot in the book about how to cherish the friends you have, how to put yourself out there to find new friends. So this is a segue for you two to talk about your friendship. I know you've alluded to it throughout our time together, but talk about your friendship, how you met. I love that story.
Oh, I'm going to tell it, Monty.
Okay.
Okay, so Monty's in a designer showroom at the Waldorf Astoria. I come in, and he's got on this Nehru jacket. Monty.
Yep.
Hair back in a ponytail.
I was there as a witness.
Jade necklace. And I look over at him, and the hair is all back and everything. Hello, Miss Ellen. So he's like, and I'm like, hello, how are you?
And he does his hands like this, like really.
Yes, like hello, And anyway, so I'm like, who is that? And then I kept looking at him, and I'm like, that must be a movie star or something.
Right.
Who is he?
Who is he? I'm like, Molly, who is that?
He was so handsome.
Y'all are so sweet.
So I walked up to him, very kindly said to him,
really, Lori?
Yeah. I said, I have a very large umbrella shop in Atlanta, and I am having a fashion show, and
you're going to be there.
No, I said, I would love it if you would be down there.
She said, you're going to be there. What did she say, Mom?
She told me, I will be there.
And then he went back and said, who is that blonde? Mine's bossy, woman that just said I was going to be, which I didn't. I was going to be at her fashion show. And then the designer said, that is one of our top accounts, and you will be there. So,
and I was.
So Monty
I had to redo that whole schedule.
Yeah, they went to dinner, and
that was it.
The rest is they adore each other.
We do.
Yeah, Monty, tell your side of the story.
It is pretty much the same way, but I mean, when you're working and you're trying to get these clients together, and nobody really was talking to me, I would just say, I'm the image director, please have a seat so we can start the show and everything. And for her to stand there, I'm like, okay, can you take your seat? Because, we're trying to get the show on time. And she kept asking me questions, and Lori kept telling me what I was going. At the end, she told me what she goes. She turned to go to her seat so we could start showing. She goes, and you will be in my store next week.
No, I wasn't that pushy. I'm a little pushy.
It.
But you know what? I was drawn to Monty, and I talk about this in the book. I was drawn to Monty, and I really think that we are related in some.
I know.
Our souls are so related.
Right.
I can call him at any time. This is a true best friend. It can be 3 a.m. I'll pick up the phone. I don't even hesitate, and I'll call him. And he would do the same with me. And I just feel like
it's great.
We were meant to be best friends.
Yeah.
I do.
Yeah. That's sweet. And my mom has never said that about anybody.
Never.
Like, Monty is her person.
So he's my person.
And we're on the same plane. If we decide, if Lori decides anything that's going to happen in that store, it's not going to be ran up a flagpole. It's not going to be discussed with the team. We're not going to have to get measurements and all that. We go out, we shop, we bring it back, and we make it happen. That day is decided.
Yeah.
I
I mean,
love it.
You
I
know, we
love
both
it. I mean,
come
we
from
just don't waste.
Yeah, and we both come from hardworking families.
Yep.
You know, that didn't have a lot.
Right.
And we both work very hard for what we have. And
Right.
we just have the same moral compass here, you know?
Right.
And I don't know. I
love
can't
that.
describe it.
We
I
get
will
it
never
done.
be able to describe it.
Me either.
All I know is I had to wear a dumb pillbox hat for his wedding.
Oh, they look so cute. All
And
right.
then she stole the show because she was in a pillbox hat.
Yeah,
But
But
that's
you
all-
had
so
me
cute.
wear it.
So hashtag besties for the resty. For sure.
right. That's it.
I
Always.
love it. I
Okay.
love it. All right. So we're going to start to slowly wrap up here. Before we go, Mom, I want to give you a chance to talk about just people you want to thank through the book process and all
Oh
that.
my
good
gosh.
stuff.
Well, first off is Molly, who was with me 110% of the time. Debbie Wickwire with Thomas Nelson.
Our
Our
publisher.
publisher. Yeah.
W Publishing, HarperCollins. Yeah.
It's a division of HarperCollins. Oh my gosh. And then all the ad team and marketing
Kay
team.
Deal, our partner writer.
Yeah, Kay Deal.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh, she's amazing. And then
Yeah.
our marketing team has been
Incredible. I mean, this has taken a village, y'all. It has taken a village. I mean, I've run a lot of stuff by you, Monty. I mean,
Right.
this has not been an easy feat.
No.
I didn't know anything about writing a book, obviously. And to do so and to really be honest with yourself and put your heart and soul in it. And then Molly sometimes would say, Mom, that doesn't sound like you. You know, it had to
or
be
that's
authentic.
not the whole truth, you know, because we all are a little guarded. So
We
I wanted her
are.
to let that guard down and
I
really be
did.
vulnerable. Yeah. So, you know, that's a process.
It
It's
is.
a writing process for sure.
But
Right.
it's been a team and a village of women.
Yeah.
Of women.
And a queen.
Oh yeah, the queen.
I just can't believe, right? I just can't believe that y'all locked yourself in, wasn't the chateau or somewhere, and started working
Chateau
this
Milan.
for a week.
A week.
We
Yeah.
locked ourselves
You
away
two
in
locked
hotel.
together for
I know.
a week.
With K Deal, a year.
Mhm.
It was a little over a year ago.
Mhm.
Anyway, we were at Chateau Milan for a week.
Right.
Locked in, like getting the gist of the book down.
Yeah.
If
it's
y'all can
great.
do that, y'all
Yeah.
can do anything.
Well, thank
Yeah,
you.
we had to. We're all such busy ladies and
Mhm.
wives and mothers, etc. We had to
Woof.
like go put ourselves through writing book camp to like really get a meat of this down on
But
paper.
I feel like
Yeah.
all of us believed so in the message of the book
Right.
to say yes to what's next.
Mhm.
And we all just felt it in our heart. It was the right time. So we went for it 110%.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I think the amazing thing about this book, ladies, is not only are there bits of wisdom that women of all ages can relate to, but this book has the potential to really inspire a cultural shift across the United States.
Yeah.
So baby boomer women are the wealthiest demographic.
Yeah.
We have some money.
All demographics, right? But
Yeah.
brands and media are not speaking to them unless it's a Depends ad or
Arthritis commercial.
or arthritis
with a
commercial.
little granny sweater on.
Prescription
No way.
medication. And baby boomer women, you know, women over 50, they're more beautiful, more fit, more accomplished than
Yes.
any other generation.
Absolutely.
So this is the time for those of us women that are aging, which are both of us, right? None of us are immune to aging, unfortunately, you know. This is the time for us to band together, to ingest this message and to take it and to move forward and do something amazing with it. We hope this book
Yes.
inspires virtual book clubs.
I hope so.
Yeah.
There's a guide at the end of every chapter, Molly.
That's right. The
The girlfriend's guide is at the end of every chapter to inspire you and to motivate you on just taking a look back at what was in the chapter and what we can do for you, what this book can do for you.
Yes. So I am going to ask my mom to just read this
Oh, am
one
I gonna get
paragraph.
upset?
The starting of my
gosh.
plan to close us out. Before we close out, Monty, thank you so
Thank
much.
you,
No,
Monty.
my
Love
pleasure.
You made it so much
I
fun.
love
No. What
So
a,
we're
what
gonna
a,
read
what
this
a,
chapter
what an
and
honor
I
for
have-
me.
I'm going to remind you before so you can gather your thoughts here.
Yeah.
If you've not yet ordered an autographed copy of your book, there are some still available. So go to premiercollectibles.com/sayyes to order your autographed copy.
Yep.
We appreciate you being here and joining us
And
today.
your support.
Hopefully it was a fun little break from your Tuesday. Happy launch day.
Thank you.
So let's read our closeout chapter.
Here, Molly, you can
here.
be opening this up.
That's right. We've got
We'll give you some money.
money.
My plan is to encourage women our age to look ahead and not backward, to expand their possibilities, not narrow them. I want them to start businesses and learn new skills. I want them to become confident handling their own finances. I intend to nag them, nicely of course, about making time for themselves and about making health a priority. Mammograms. I want to embolden them to be, I can't see you. I want to embolden them to become documents at, what is that word? I can't see it.
Wait, docent.
I can't see.
She doesn't have her
I don't have my glasses. I didn't know I was going to have
she
to read
needs
it.
her readers on.
I want to embolden them to
here.
become.
You want me to
Okay.
switch with you?
I'm at that point. How do you get this?
Oh my
You're a
God.
hot mess. This is life. Here,
I want to
Lord,
embolden.
Wait, where are you? I want to embolden them to become docents at museums and to become civilly engaged as board members and commissioners and as elected officials. And of course, I want them to be classically but effortlessly well dressed
I can see
while
that.
they're conquering the world. Ugh, I love that.
We love it, and we're
yes
going to
to
open this cheap champagne, y'all.
That's right.
Okay.
Cheers.
Cheers.
This thing's a hot mess. Y'all are probably laughing at me. I mean, that's what
We'll
you
get it
with
open
cheap
and we'll send you
champagne.
some, Monty.
That's right. Cheers. We'll take our glasses.
Yes.
Just
An empty glass.
That's right. Cheers,
Cheers to say yes to what's next.